I'm a Trump supporter, and this is how to do rear brakes on a Chevy Silverado. First, take your tire off. Then, using a 13mm wrench, we're going to take out this bottom caliper bolt. And if this nut starts spinning, just grab it with a pair of channel locks and then take the bolt out. Once you have the bottom bolt out, you don't have to remove the top bolt. Just grab the bottom of the caliper, pull it up, and then push it back towards the frame, and it comes right out. And I just set that right on top. Then grab your old pads and just pop them out. Then if your new brake pads come with new shims, go ahead and pop these ones off. Just pull up on them. Push down on it. Then clean off the bracket where those were. Then go ahead and pull out that bottom pin. And you're going to clean all this old grease off. Just like that. Then put new grease on. And make sure you're using brake part lubricant because this is for high temperatures and your brakes are definitely high temperatures. So just put a light coating of this on that pin. Just like that. Then slide the pin back in the hole, and I just like to turn it while I do it so I make sure that grease gets everywhere and make sure the pin is sliding freely back and forth. Now move up and clean off the pin that's still in the caliper and do the same thing, put grease on it. Then using our old brake pad, we're going to push the piston back in using this tool. And it should turn nice and easy. If it doesn't, you have other issues. But just keep twisting it until the piston stops moving. Then back it out to remove it. Then set it back up out of the way. Then we're going to insert our new shims, which they only go in one way, so they're dummy proof. And once we install, we're just going to take some of our lubricant and just slide where the brake pads are going to slide back and forth on all four. Then we're going to install our new pads. If it has a squeaker like this, it's going to go on the inside towards the top. So just get them lined up, slide them in, and they should come off a little bit because you don't want them rubbing on the rotor while you're driving. Then I like to throw a little bit of grease on the back side of the pads just so they don't get stuck to the caliper for the next guy. Then we're just going to take our caliper, slide it in, kind of moving it up and down so that grease gets worked in where it's supposed to. Make sure it goes over the pads and slide it down. Then you'll have to push that bottom pin over so that it'll clear and get seated right. Then put your bolt back in and make sure you tighten it. And since I'm already here with my grease, I'm going to go ahead and put some grease around the hub itself as well as the area where the wheel is going to be touching. Then put your wheel tire back on, take it down off the jack. And lastly, but most importantly, get in here and pump up your brake pedal. Make sure you push it several times until it's nice and hard. But that's all there is to it, and now you know.